And meanwhile, in which cars are the most nicked news, there was a 3% rise in motor thefts in Britain last year. Official records show that we can exclusively tell you which models were the most targeted. Almost 48,400 vehicles in 2021 were recorded by the police as stolen.
I'm going to nick your car.
Oh, yes.
They weren't all stolen by members of the Provisional IRA.
IRA, yeah.
There's a bomb inside this car.
That's why we're getting the car off the road. 46,800 was the previous year, according to reports held by the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Agency, the DVLA, which some of the most popular motors on our roads, like the Ford Fiesta and Vauxhall Corsa, are among the most stolen. The data shows that criminals are purposely targeting high-end Range Rovers and other premium marques, including BMWs and Mercedes-Benz. So here's Rich, of course, with the top of the top style countdown of the most stolen cars in the UK last year. Rich.
Not off. That's right, in at 5. They may have been successfully invaded Poland in 1939, but their cars are being stolen at an alarming rate. It's the Germans and their Mercedes-Benz C-Class, with almost 1,500 stolen in 2021. Staying with the fatherland, and at 4, it's the people's car, the Volkswagen, and the Golf, which had almost 1,800 being stolen. In at bronze, in at 3, a British classic, well, via America, the Ford Focus was nicked with almost 22,000 cars gone. Taking silver at 2, close but no cigar for the yuppie tank that's a home in Surrey Commuterland as it is off-roading. That ever-popular Chelsea tractor, the Land Rover, saw almost 3,800 stolen. And the number 1 spot, it's unsurprisingly the UK's most popular car to be stolen, the Ford Fiesta. 3,900 nicked. There you go.
Some interesting cars there.
It's interesting, and I did say you have to be a bit careful with this because to say the Ford Fiesta, it's got the number 1 spot because the Ford Fiesta
simply is more of them.
There's simply more of them than there is of Range Rovers. The study goes on to say that it really is the Land Rover that's really being hit. The Land Rovers are being nicked. They're going to Eastern Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. They're not being used in the country. They're not being joyrided. They're being nicked for export. All the Mercedes-Benz C-Class are going to former Eastern Europe, export Poland, because you just take it to Poland and re-register it there. There's plenty of shots in Albania and Romania of people driving around in right-hand drive cars with Romanian plates on. So they've been nicked over here and they're over there. And I assume the same to a lesser extent with the Volkswagen and the Golf.
Yes, because I can remember a couple of years ago there was a lot of thefts with Land Rover parts. They weren't actually stealing them; they were just taking the parts.
Yes,
clearly,
and that's the big thing for Africa: are Land Rover parts, and what. Less so the Range Rover, but what a lot of Land Rover enthusiasts do is take the spare wheel from the back and they pop it on the boot and pop it on the roof. If you've got a hardtop, they pop it bang on the roof with locking wheel nuts, and they don't tend to get stolen because you can't then drive that car into a shipping container.
But that also does suggest that the Land Rovers are pretty poor when it comes to their security system.
Yeah, it would suggest, wouldn't it? I mean, I mean, you know, it's been getting on for 10 years now since Ford departed from Land Rover and Tata taken over. But it's still a Ford parts bin. And you know, you've obviously got the Ford Fiesta, you've got the Ford Focus. The only car I ever had to broken into was my Ford Escort. The Fords have a history of being incredibly easy to break into with a screwdriver and a hammer. I won't tell you how, but that's how they got into mine. They just knock that out and are straight in. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame, and obviously you want to be really careful if you're in Northern Ireland with this guy. He'll
Oscar,
Mike,
bravo.